So Vikash Saab, first of all, how was the party last night?
I believe you just have one life and it's a journey. So you have to continue with the journey. You cannot be stagnant.
Cliche question, but the beginning of Jupiter Wagons.
We took over an old company that was closed for 20 years. We kind of, renovated the plant. We added new machinery and we started the process.
And you chose this, Vikash, which is the most beautiful part about this thing. And recently also, everything I read about Jupiter Wagons is service to the nation also.
Of course, coming back to India was always our goal. We never want to stay back in America.
Life is a journey. Some people decide to, cover this journey on foot, taking their sweet time in reaching their destination. Some of them are high flyers. They like to live their life on jet speed. And then there are those people who live their life as if it's on a railway track, going through the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, the mountains and the oceans, living every moment, wagon by wagon. These are those people who not only build their own lives, but also build nation. They build the society. These are the people who take people along with them on their path to journey and their path to success. And of course, take the road which is often less taken. One such person is my guest today on the Entrepreneurs Podcast. This man, is responsible for a lot of us reaching our destination on time. The Deputy Managing Director of Jupiter Wagons, one of the most celebrated manufacturing stories in India. May I please welcome Mr. VIKASH LOHIA.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Should I call you VIKASH Da? Should I call you Mr. VIKASH LOHIA? What is it?
Whatever. I think VIKASH is fine.
Well, VIKASH, of course, the reason it's VIKASH because you have such a strong connection with my father's land, your homeland, Kolkata. And but of course, we are here in Madhya Pradesh, Indore, and this forum, everybody loves and respects you a lot. That's the reason why we decided to find a little bit more about you. So, VIKASH Saab, first of all, how was the party last night?
Party was good. Fun.
As they say, work hard and party harder.
Of course, that's the mantra, always.
That's the mantra. Are you that sort of a person, VIKASH Da, or has it always been the Bhadra log?
It's always been Bhadra log, but with times you need to loosen up and get together with friends. And of course, EO has taught me a lot. Togetherness and learning from each other. So that's my mantra. I go to these parties to learn more and observe more rather than, talk.
Yeah, this EO is clearly something that I'm getting pretty intrigued by with every passing podcast that I host and a wonderful guest that I come to meet over here. सबको देख के लगता है, समझ में आता है that success के साथ साथ जिंदगी जीना नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए.
Of course not. Life is, I believe you just have one life. So, and it's a journey. So, you have to continue with the journey. You cannot be stagnant. So, if in that case, if you need to party, it's up to the individual, what they want to do.
Of course. But life hasn't always been party, is it? It's been a rough ride, just the way many of our railway journeys tend to be. Lots of blockages, lots of stoppages, lots of chain pulling.
Lots of chain pulling, yeah.
But tell me more about this. Tell me, it must be a cliche question, but the beginning of Jupiter Wagons.
Oh, wow. So it's quite a young company. We started in 2006. Yeah. So my dad is a technocrat and an engineer. So he always had this vision that he wanted his own company. Before we started this company, he was, working for a company called HEI. That's Hindustan Engineering, and they were also into railways. So my dad knew the railways inside out. As a young kid, I used to remember, during dinner table conversations, he used to tell my mom, oh, I've got such a good opportunity. I can, get out of this company and start a new company. I have this technology in mind. But then, there's no backup. And, he always had that fear back of his mind. But he always instilled inside us that one day we will start our own company. And so both me and my brother, when we were studying in America, and then we were working there, and then one day he told us, you just come back, and it's the right time to start our own company now.
But initially, when both you and your brother actually got back, this was in a way entering a family business. And was it?
No, it was no family business.
It all started together with all three of you.
It started together. We took over an old company that was closed for 20 years. And that's how the journey started. And, slowly we kind of, renovated the plant. We added new machinery and we started the process. But as you know, railway is a very regulated sector.
Absolutely.
It's controlled by the government. So you need to get the, approvals and the licenses. And so that process itself took us, 2 to 3 years after we took over the company. So it was a very painstaking, 2 to 3 years when we were like, adding machinery, but putting in money, but we were not getting any returns because the approvals took a lot of time.
True. And clearly, because I'm sorry, I'm going to call you because it just comes pretty naturally the moment I find out that the Kolkata is in our blood. But because tell me something, to actually choose something like this over a lucrative career, anything that you could have gone ahead and built for yourself, what kind of conviction did it took for you, your brother, both?
As I told you, since childhood, my dad always had the passion to start his own company, and it was instilled within us that we need to do something.
True.
And of course, coming back to India was always our goal. We never wanted to stay back in America, and so he said, come back here, you start something new. It will be a challenge, but then I've taught you enough. You've been to the best of schools, best of colleges. Agar abhi tum nahi karega, even after this education that I've given you, then what?
And you chose this because which is the most beautiful part about this thing. And recently, also, everything I read about Jupiter Wagons is service to the nation. Also, you got back to India. You could have, like I said, a lucrative career in America, but you got back. And even today, Jupiter Wagons is building India together, taking them from one place to the other.
Of course. My dad always taught us one thing: don't go after creating wealth. Go after, creating infrastructure, creating jobs. The wealth will automatically come. Your goal should not be in life I have to make money. I have to make money. No, that's not your goal. Your goal is, of course, service to the nation and creating factories, creating jobs. So that gives us a lot of satisfaction rather than, creating wealth for ourselves.
Absolutely. And you and your brother, how you guys are almost the same age?
Yeah, it's just 2 years apart.
2 years. So it's so bada bhai chota bhai wala relationship hai ya who's the elder one?
Vivek is the elder one. So bada bhai chota bhai hai because I give him a lot of respect.
That's beautiful.
Of course, and we've always been like that. He gives me a lot of freedom, and even if I make a mistake, he tells me. So we have a very good working relationship in that.
Yeah. Did you guys used to have like almost कहते हैं ना कि हर बच्चे के लिए, especially boys के लिए बचपन में जो toys आते हैं.
Oh yeah.
तो वो toys के अंदर या तो वो बाइक मांगता है या ऑटोमेटिक कार मांगता है, बट ट्रेन हर हिंदुस्तानी बच्चे का पहले खिलौना में से एक होता है.
Yes,
आपके लिए तो ट्रेन लाइफ भी है, आपका ट्रेन खिलौना भी है, सब कुछ है.
सब कुछ है. Yeah, you're right.
So you and Vivek, how was the childhood like? You guys to share toys?
We shared toys, we shared rooms, we shared clothes. As brothers, that, and we used to have a lot of fights as well.
Of course.
He used to break his toy and he used to take mine. So, I was the, shant type and he was the rowdy type.
And of course, for both of you right now to have taken over or to actually work things together with Jupiter Wagons, where do you see Jupiter Wagons right now in the entirety of things? Are you happy with where you've reached today?
Our vision for Jupiter Wagons is to be a complete mobility solutions provider for India. So as you know, we started with railways and wagons and coaches. Now we've moved to, e-vehicles. We've started with electric commercial vehicle. So
Yeah,
we
and
just
that's
launched a few months back.
the way of the future.
Yeah, and then we are doing containers. So we are doing drones. So we want to do a complete mobility solutions for India.
And where all in India do you keep traveling off to? Of course, Madhya Pradesh has become your hub now,
Madhya
Jabalpur being
Pradesh
one
has
of your biggest
become,
plants.
yeah, my second home now. So we have plants in Madhya Pradesh, in Bengal, of course, where we started, in Jamshedpur, in Aurangabad, and now we're starting a new project in Orissa, a big forging plant we're putting up there.
Yeah, so do you enjoy coming to MP?
Oh, I love coming to MP. I love the state. I love the people. I love the work culture here.
Dada, I mean, clearly the hardworking ones will find their way,
Of
and they
course.
will find their way through the people they work with. Who are the people, apart from your father, your brother, that you've looked up to? People who you have, taken inspiration from. They could be people who you have never met. Also, people who inspire you in the industrial space or life.
So to be really honest, my dad is my biggest inspiration, first of all. Secondly, my inspiration is Mr. Mukesh Ambani. I'll tell you why. The way he scales up
Yep,
and
of
the way
course.
he thinks international. And of course, our Prime Minister, who has given us this motto, make for the world, but make in India.
Yeah, yeah.
So that we've always done that. And when we started in 2006, it's around, I think, 2014 or 15, when the wagon industry, nobody was thinking international. So at that time, we joined hands with one of the biggest European company called Tatra Vagonka. They are the biggest manufacturer of freight wagons in India. And we approached them, and then they took a stake in our company. They have a 20% stake. And so we got technology from Tatra into India. So we were always thinking ahead. We were not thinking local. So now we have joint ventures with a lot of European companies in Slovakia, in Slovenia, in Czech Republic. And we've got good technology from them for Indian Railways. And we are making in India and exporting it to them.
Wow, that's amazing. And especially, I was reading recently about one of the articles in which Jupiter Wagons was mentioned about the recent structure of the world's politics and how it's getting tougher and tougher because there's so many countries at war. Do you think India's relationships abroad with different countries, and especially with industries like yours, make it a difference? Because every country wants to be associated with a country that gives them business.
Of course, I mean, everybody sees India as a huge market, but government is very clear that if you want to, do business with India, you have to make in India. So we always encourage, companies to come and make in India. So that's right now there's a huge wheels shortage in India for wagons.
Yeah, yeah.
So we took it upon ourselves, and we're putting up a huge, forging plant in Orissa. And we've tied up with one of the best German companies for technology, and it's going to be completely automated plant. First time in India that the technology is coming, and we are very very hopeful, and we are going to make wheels not only for India but for the world.
Well
So
done.
we're going to export for the first time. India will be exporting wheels. So right now India is only importing from China and Russia and other countries. So another 2 to 3 years, when the plant is completely operational, we'll be the first company in India to export wheels to Europe.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And that especially, like I always said, आपने भी शुरुआत में भी कहा था, and I also said that success is, it's something not very personal. Success is something when you share it with others. And that philosophy which your family brings in, the people who work with you, what do you consider them as? I'm sure as family too.
So, I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, when my dad was in HEI, a lot of people from HEI came and joined us. But now they are in the mid 70s, some,
Wow.
late 60s.
So people have been working for,
and
like, they celebrate their jubilees
yeah,
with
so
you.
they're still associated with us.
Wow.
My dad makes sure that, we don't leave anybody just because they've turned 70. So a lot of them are there as an advisory role, or they're just coming to the office and, just giving us some advice or looking after some minor work. But So we treat all our employees as families, and so that's the reason we are able to manage so many plants across India, because we make sure that we have a good team everywhere,
Nice.
and we take care of our team.
Speaking of family, who all in family now? Tell me that you've got kids who give you a lot of love, care, and at the same time say, "I want this and I want that," or are they very?
My kids are quite grounded, and we've always kept them like that. So my son, he's in college. He just joined college, and so he's very passionate about joining the business right now. So maybe after 3-4 years, he will join.
How do you
Not
deal with Gen Zs now? Because
It's very difficult. I'll tell you. I mean, it's very difficult with my daughter.
yeah.
It's easier to deal with my son, but with my daughter, yeah, it is difficult. I mean, they question you on every decision, and why should I do this and why not? So, and which is good, and they reason it out. It's not like our generation where your dad used to say, don't do this, and we used to be like, okay. But now children,
Not possible
no, now
anymore.
they want to know the reason why.
Well, all right then. I mean, we're passing into a different generation.
Of course.
Are you following their trends or not? Are you on social media?
I'm there only on LinkedIn. That's it.
Speaks the
I
industrialist.
stay away from Insta and Facebook.
Your
and
daughter
God
doesn't
knows.
make you do these things and all, make a post a picture like this
Oh
thing?
yeah, she does, but I mean they have a different wavelength.
What's your daughter's name?
She's Arshia, and my son is Adiraj.
Wow. And they both are like studying in Cal or in Bombay?
So my son is in college in US. He just went this year, and my daughter is in Calcutta in La Martiniere.
Wow. And of course, your son has shown interest already, but even if he wouldn't have, I'm sure he would have realized that Jupiter Wagons needs to move into the future with a new perspective, with new generations thinking of newer ways.
Of course, I mean every generation brings its own ideas and the way they want to work. I mean my father's generation and our generation, we did work differently. Of course, new generation will have the ideas, but the only thing is I've told him that you have to be patient. You cannot expect results instantly.
True, true.
And the industry that we are in, infrastructure and railways and all that, so you have to have a thick skin.
How's it been working with the Indian government, and you've worked so closely with them over the past many years? Has things gotten better? Has things gotten
Of course,
smoother?
I mean, when we started, it was a different government. It was the Congress government was in power. So they were not spending a lot on infrastructure. But this government believes in, spending on infrastructure. And, last 4-5 years, they've given huge, money and to railways to spend. So that's the reason, railways buying so many wagons and coaches, putting up new lines. So, I mean, so I'll tell you a fact. Right now, our transportation cost in India is around 13 to 14% of GDP, and the world average is 6 to 7%. So for India to come down to 6 to 7%, India has to move a lot of its goods through railways.
True that, true
And
that.
for that to happen, government has to keep on spending on railways.
That's true.
And secondly, if India wants to become carbon neutral by 2047, I think the goal is. So railway plays a big part. I mean, you cannot transport goods through roads and become carbon neutral.
In fact, speaking about the green tech and innovations that you guys have really spent a lot of time and money and efforts on, how do you look into the future and see what kind of future do you see for the Indian transportation, Indian railways when it comes to green technology?
Well, in railways is already moving towards green technology. They are already developed a prototype for hydrogen engine.
Oh, nice, nice.
So in that regard, Indian Railways is moving ahead, and so we also have a lithium battery unit. So we've already introduced lithium battery into railways, like the new Vande Bharat that is being manufactured. We are giving them the lithium batteries.
That's wonderful.
And the old LHB coaches that they have, lithium batteries are being introduced there as well. So railways already moving towards greener technology. And be it with transportation as well, although it's a slow process, we don't have the charging infrastructure right now for long haul, trucks to become electric. But we see a very good future in the last mile delivery sector. That's where we are focusing right now. So we have introduced a 1-ton truck for last mile delivery. So this is a completely electric truck and developed by us in-house in facilities in Pune. The R&D facility is in Pune, and the manufacturing here, it's here in Pritampur, Indore.
Yeah. But railway lines have always fascinated me because it is, come to think of it, every time I hear stories about the good old days when I wouldn't say good, but old days when the Britishers were around and they laid the foundation of the Indian railways. How's that study been for you? Did you, like when you realize and you know the fact that the Indian railway system was initially a gift from the colonials?
Yeah, I mean, the British started the railway system in India. There's no doubt about it. But the modernization process of railways realistically has started the last 15, 20 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government's focus right now is a lot on railways. That's why you're seeing, the Vande Bharat. It's completely developed in India, and it is doing so well. So you have the covered system.
Yeah,
that's a world-class,
Yes.
anti-collision system that India has developed.
Yeah.
So India is moving towards, good technology into railways.
I'm sure that the coming years would find solutions towards so many problems that transportation wise this country has been facing. But I'm glad you're putting in your efforts to make this country a better travelable place. Yeah.
Of course, I mean, say for auto cars, like Maruti used to transport auto cars through trucks. So now we've developed a new wagon for, to carry automobiles. So India is a big market for, SUVs. So we've developed a new wagon where SUVs can be transported. So, I mean,
wow.
So in the near future, most of the Maruti cars will be transported through train and not by trucks.
How beautiful! How even our film industry has romanticized trains so beautifully. Okay, you've been a man of railways and trains and locomotives. Tell me one song which has been picturized on a train.
I know that Chaiya Chaiya is a popular song. Everybody knows about.
Which is the old one? Another one. Give me another one. Give me something from the good old era. Okay, one hint. Rajesh Khanna.
Mere supplementary, the Darjeeling train. Yeah.
How did you used to travel with your family as a kid on trains most of the time?
Oh yeah, a lot of times. I mean, we used to travel a lot to Jamshedpur. So my uncles, my mom's side of the family used to stay there. So always traveled there to, a lot of times to Delhi by train, the Rajdhani. So yeah.
Any incident with family that you remember going on a train, something fun happened? And most of the times people, हर किसी की ट्रेन की एक अपनी कहानी रहती है.
कहानियां तो रहती है.
एक ट्रेन की कहानी तो सबके साथ हुई है लाइफ के अंदर.
I remember falling from the topmost berth. I was sleeping and I think that the guardrail was not there.
Holy
or something.
Lord, that must have hurt.
Yeah, it did hurt me. There was a big, siren or something, so I got scared or something and fell down. I remember that.
But a world traveler, you've traveled the rest of the countries also. Whose railway lines or railway system do you really look at and say, wow, I wish, my country would be like this and like to bring this technology back home?
Well, if you travel through Europe or maybe in China, I mean, look at the speed at which the train travels there. 250, 300 kilometers. Yeah. That's normal. Within intra-city. So I wish we have that kind of railway system, robust system in India where we can.
पर वहाँ पे रेलवे स्टेशन पे पटरी पे लोग चीजें करने नहीं जाते ना, इसलिए 250 की स्पीड पे चल सकती है गाड़ी वहाँ.
No, but to be very honest, I mean, if we have that system and the stations, people are educated enough now to understand what to do and what not to do. Yeah. See, when the airports were being modernized, we were like, who will maintain it and all. But look at the airports. Our airports are, I think, one of the best in the world right now.
Yeah.
Especially the Bangalore, the Delhi, and the
Bangalore
airports.
new airport is absolutely slick.
And people maintain it.
Yeah.
Unless and until the people who are using it don't maintain it.
Yeah, true.
It's impossible.
True.
So I believe once we modernize the stations, So you look at the Vande Bharat trains, I mean, it's still being maintained. So people who are sitting have the sense to maintain it.
And as you said, a democratic country will always have their ups and downs. But the gift that we've been given of a democratic nation is something we should all be very proud of.
Of course, we should be, and we should make sure that our democracy flourishes, and of course, all entrepreneurs, take it upon themselves to create more jobs.
Yeah,
That
true.
is, I think, very important for a country like India, where we have such a huge working population. So we have to make sure that jobs are created, every day. And of course, the government comes out with schemes which are favorable for industries, so that we can create more jobs and we can create more infrastructure.
Yeah, why not? And you may continue to do such wonderful service to the nation, to the society, building the nation together. And you guys have been doing it for quite a few years now, almost 20, touching
Almost 20 years, yeah.
touching 20, and with your son now ready to be a part of your lineage itself. May this continue for many, many more years.
Thank you so
And
much.
is there an artistic side to you? Because does that have you
Well,
ever
I'm more of a bathroom singer.
consider this a bathroom?
No, but I have a passion for golf.
There you go.
Yes, I play golf in Calcutta. We are blessed that Royal Calcutta Golf Club.
No, of course,
we have
yes.
a very good golf club in
course, yes.
Calcutta. So I kind of weekends I play golf.
That's wonderful. And so if one has to hear you sing, we have to stand outside your bathroom.
Of course, yeah.
That is it. And if you do sing, what kind of songs do you sing? If you do, are you the
I sing more of the the soulful songs. I mean, maybe it's the
Bengali songs?
70s and 80s Hindi movie songs.
Hindi movies?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me one Bengali song which was converted in Hindi out of the R.D. Burman era sort of a song.
Maybe a lot, but I don't remember.
Do you know the song called Ruby Rai?
Ruby Rai.
हाँ, उसका कौन सा गाना था?
Could be.
It was a Hindi song, Pancham Da created that song, but came from a Bengali song, of course.
Oh,
Do you hear those songs in Cal?
yeah, a lot.
Like Kishore Da or Rafi?
Kishore Kumar. Anyway.
Do you want to do a yodel before you go?
Oh, no. Nobody can match.
Nobody can match the one
Yeah.
only. Once again, a Bengali from Madhya Pradesh.
Of course.
He was born and brought up in
yeah,
Khandwa.
I know. Yeah.
Kishore Kumar is a Khandwa wale. But on that note, because thank you so much for
Thank you
being
so
here.
much for having me here, and I really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's
Thank you.
all mine.